conventionally, two different cells of two different organisms of somatic origin cannot be fused to produce a hybrid. But in case of protoplast culture, it is possible to fuse two protoplasts of two different species or of two different genera can be fused to produce a somatic hybrid. It's a new technology as compared to the other techniques in plant tissue culture. It involves a lot of sophistication, a lot of skills, and also a lot of risk involved in this. This technique can be used not only to produce a somatic hybrid of your interest, but also, since the protoplasts are without a cell wall, it is easy for us to introduce a foreign DNA or a foreign organelle into it to bring about genetic transformation. Let us look into the various aspects of protoplast culture, protoplast fusion, and somatic hybridization in this video. Welcome to this class on protoplast culture, protoplast fusion, and somatic hybridization. It has provided a lot of opportunity for plant breeders to bring about wide crosses and also to produce somatic hybrids. Brief history. One man that you should remember is E.C. Cocking, who first successfully isolated the protoplast by using the enzymes, and there are some names who are involved in this technique. Some terminologies that you must remember. One simple thing that you should know is the difference between somatic hybrid and a cybrid. Cybrid is only a cytoplasmic hybrid. There are certain other terms which are used along with protoplast. They are called sub-protoplasts. They are not of commercial importance. For example, cytoplast is without a nucleus. A mini chloroplast is with only a part of the nucleus. The basic principle of protoplast culture is that cell should be maintained in a solution called osmoticum so that its somatic balance is not disturbed. You can see here the cell is having a plasma membrane against a cell wall, and when you keep it in a particular solution, the plasma membrane shrinks and it becomes smaller in size so that it is easy for us to mechanically remove the release the protoplast. These are the free protoplasts. And the major aspects of protoplast fusion is that we can bring about fusion between unrelated species or unrelated genera. There are a lot of applications. I've told you about these applications already many times. And you can see here two protoplasts which are fixed to one another and they are about to be fused. Alright, now coming back to the different types of protoplast fusion. Basically, we have two types: spontaneous fusion and induced fusion. Spontaneous fusion, the protoplasts use readily. We have interspecific and intergeneric. So there is one more type, induced fusion, where you want to experimentally fuse the protoplast. Chemofusion by using chemicals, mechanical fusion, and electrofusion, where you can use electric shocks to produce the somatic hybrids. And some of the characteristic features of somatic hybrids and somatic cytoplasmic hybrids, also called cybrids, you can see the different kinds of ploidies involved in it. So whenever you isolate a plant cell and produce a protoplast, there are three options. So I was telling you about a cybrid and a somatic hybrid. Cybrid is only a cytoplasmic hybrid, whereas a synkaryon or a hybrid, a somatic hybrid, is where both the nuclei have fused. Some examples where successfully somatic hybridization has taken place, and this is the pomato, hybrid between tomato and potato, which was one of the successful stories of somatic hybridization. The technique and the protocol involved in somatic hybridization and production of pomato. And this is also a technique, a flowchart of Datura and Atropa belladonna, which were produced by somatic fusion. Another example of hibiscus where somatic hybridization has successfully been done. Major steps in protoplast fusion is somatic fusion is, you can see here, Alright, there are different methods involved. Generally, mechanical method is not used, only chemical and electrical method or electrofusion is used. You can see two protoplasts: fusion, cell wall formation, and cell division. This is the spontaneous division, is of no scientific importance, spontaneous fusion. And induced fusion is the one which generally we are using for producing the somatic hybrids by somatic hybridization or protoplast fusion. There are some chemicals called fusogens that are used. Most commonly used fusogen is PEG. Apart from that, there are many other also used. For example, sodium nitrate was used by Power in 1970. So this technique involves the use of some chemicals. For example, we have one more technique called calcium ion, and this is the one, PEG, polyethylene glycol method, where this was developed by Cow and Michaluk, and Willens also did it in 1974, where PEG, a chemical which is a fusogen, is used at different concentrations. Usually 28 to 56% of PEG is used, and a particular protocol is maintained. You can see the steps involved in the protoplast fusion, where the two protoplasts are brought together, the plasma membrane sticks together, adhesion takes place, and then simultaneously the protoplasts will fuse by the rupture of plasma membranes of both the cells. So thus you get a synkaryon, where the nuclei of both these protoplasts come together, but the nuclei may or may not fuse. If they fuse, then it will become a synkaryon. So the protocol used in PEG method, the chemicals that are used in PEG method of protoplast fusion, we use here 22.5% PEG, molecular weight of 6000. The protocol continued. So this is the protocol for PEG method of protoplast fusion. It continues. So the complete protocol is given here. So electrofusion, where you are using electric shocks of two different voltages. Initially we use 1.5 volt of electricity. Later, in the next stage, high intensity electricity is used. 750 to 1000 volt per centimeter electricity is used. One is called sine wave generator. The other one is DC pulse generator. In the first stage, the protoplasts are brought together. They form a chain. Beaded string like structure is formed. They are brought in the first step, where low intensity of electricity is used. And then once they are brought together, you can see a beaded string like structure is produced when protoplasts are brought together, when low electricity is used. Later, once they come together, high electricity used, so that the plasma membrane breaks and they join together. So the next step in protoplast fusion is the main mechanism involved in protoplast fusion. First is agglutination, that is adhesion of two plasma membranes. Then plasma membrane fusion at localized stages. Wherever the point of contact is there, at that point the protoplasts actually break down and fuse. See, actually protoplasts are negatively charged. It is very difficult to bring them together. That is why we use electric shocks, or we use PEG and other chemicals. Alright, so this is the mechanism of fusion of the two protoplasts. The last is formation of a heterokaryon, when the plasma membrane breaks and they join together. Next step in protoplast fusion technique is purification of protoplasts. So we have a mixture of protoplasts where some have fused, some have not fused. So we have to segregate and purify them. And there are some techniques, for example, fluorescein diastase technique, Evans blue technique, cyclosis technique. These techniques are used actually to see whether the protoplast fusion has occurred or not. But there are a lot of limitations for protoplast fusion. There may be poor regeneration of hybrid plants, non-viability, non-successful in all plants, production of unfavorable hybrids. So this is the further activity that you can do once the protoplast is fused. You can produce hybrid plants, secondary metabolites, or you can use it for studies. And one of the most important applications of protoplast culture is biotransformation, where you can introduce a foreign DNA or a foreign organelle into it. Thank you very much for watching this video. Share it, like it, and then subscribe so that you can get my all the videos. Thank you very much, and I also thank everybody who has from whom I have collected this information.